Guys, I keep getting calls about battery consumption and why don't I get as many runs out of my boat as I used to. But most of these calls are from guys that have never had the voltage sensor installed in their boat, and they do have one now, and then they start getting very concerned. Let me explain this. You've probably had, you're running a boat with lipo, it's probably 3-cell, 4-cell, lead acid maybe, not necessarily a Kamo, another brand. And prior to the voltage sensor, I was getting 6 to 7 runs out of my lipo. Sure you were, okay, but I guarantee you were taking that battery into the abyss. You were running it way too flat. And now that you've got the facility of a voltage sensor telling you where the low point is, you're now freaking out because, hang on, but I've only done 3 freaking runs now and this thing's telling me it's flat. That cannot be true. It is true. It's because it's warning you that you're actually at the low point as to when you should be pulling that battery out. Anything lower, you're damaging your battery. So this is where the guys are making mistakes. They are overrunning their batteries and killing them, and yeah, it's going to cost you money in the long run because those batteries are going to fail eventually. So let's get to the math of it. Let's say you're running a 5,000 milliamp 3-cell or 4-cell battery. Full on a 3-cell is 12.6, low is 11.12. 4-cell, full 16.8 volts, low at 14.83. This is 15% left, guys, of that battery. Anything lower than 15% on a lipo, you're in the danger zone. You start hurting that battery. Okay. Yeah, sure, it'll go, but damage will be done. Okay. And then on a lead acid, it's even worse. Full 12.6, low 50%. Can't go lower than 50% on a lead acid. 11.17. Most guys drain these things 10%. Buying new batteries once a year. Okay. The advantage of a lipo, even though you've done 3 trips, okay, and you reach that 11.12, and just keep in mind that this low point is when the boat's at rest, not under load. So yes, let's say you're close to your low point, right, but you're not there yet. You've got the voltage sensor installed on your boat. You start pulling amps because you're running the boat. The boat pulls amps on the battery, and the low point on the remote is obviously not going to remain above there. It's going to drop way below. Your remote starts screaming at you that, listen, it's flat, it's flat, it's flat. Sure, it's just warning you that you're under this low point now, but that's because the boat's pulling amps. When the boat's at rest, that is when you check this battery, okay? So if it's not there yet, you could probably squeeze another run out of it, sure, okay? But if the boat's at rest and it's reached these thresholds, then it's time to pull that battery and charge it, okay? That's the advantage of a lipo. Once it reaches this point, to charge it, balance charge it, 40 minutes, round about there, plus minus, 40 minutes to full again. So you put your next lipo in, you're charging one, you're using one. 40 minutes, you got it again, and it's off to the races. Lead acid, different story. This is a slow charge. A good 5 to 8 hours if you're charging your battery fast. Most guys never do. They overdrive the battery, they try and charge it rapidly. This will never last, okay? Also the weight aspect between the two. So yes, way more convenient to have this. And you're using, if you think about it, you only got 15% capacity left of a lipo versus 50 on a lead acid. You're getting actually more bang for your buck, and they're lighter and they charge faster. Guys that run these batteries way too low, the guy that was doing 4 to 6 trips probably prior to having the voltage sensor, they're going way below this low point. You'll find that those lipos become puffy and swollen. They don't balance charge properly anymore, and if they do balance charge and fully charge, you will find that you will be getting less runs out of that 5,000 milliamp hour because the battery is deteriorated because of it being overrun. Okay, so very important, if you stay within your parameters you'll get years out of your batteries. So my batteries are like 7 years old and they're still going. And remember, you only balance charge on the day that you're going to use them. Never keep them charged, and storage charge them when you get home. So when you get home after your session, you put them into storage and they stay like that until the next session, then you charge. They are not made for keeping power for long periods of time. I would say don't keep a lipo charge longer than a week. If you're not going to use it, discharge it, storage mode, and you charge it when you want to use it again. Yeah, I hope that answers the question, man. Voltage sensor is just there for the convenience of you knowing where your battery is sitting at and to look after it. Okay, if you want to push it beyond that point, well then just turn the feature off, turn the voltage sensor off, put the parameters right down and drive the battery into an early grave. That's up to you entirely, but rather look after it and you'll get many years of use out of it. Cool, man. Don't be calling me no more, ne?